Program Media Show where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM and the same way so they get you live on the internet on www.radiodemocracy.sl. Me na Adeyemi Jackson where they bring this edition of the Program Media Show come to you. Like all time inside the program, we get plenty news reports and music there inside the program. So continue for a day with me for the next 1 hour in the program La Media Show, and they come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We are get now the studio guest we are get today now Sam Sheka Moy, one of the general manager for Nahai Jabi Foundation. We can talk about the different things that with this organization that they do and serve their role and support in the agriculture sector. The program Na Media Show, you can be part of the program by way go send message to the number 0779819181 or go now we get the Democracy Facebook page. Also you go follow the program live, drop your question or comment on the issue where we discuss inside the program today. The program Na Media Show. The program La Media Show, and they come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. As I mentioned earlier, one power airline story say a studio guest this afternoon now Sam Sheka Moy, one of the general manager for Nahai Jabi Foundation. Good afternoon and welcome to the program Media Show.
Good afternoon.
Well, that time is studio guest this afternoon. We're the general manager for Nahai Jabi Foundation. We're Sam Sheka Moy. We can talk about the different things which this organization only do and serve their role in the agriculture sector. I continue for the with me at the program. Inside the program, we will look at one. We will take look at one of ways to read them. Now the program, we inside the Executive Secretary for the Independence Commission for Peace and National Cohesion. Our Samai say as Salon member January 18, na the country journalist and media influencer them for use this they and commit not for engage bad work. We go bring war back na salon. Our Samai talk this is a one salon media the member event with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education together with the Salon Association of Journalists organized so that journalists and bloggers them and other media personalities then go member journalists them way die during the war for sake of their work. Japan's Davis get more and gonna report.
The Salon Media the member initiative now be a meeting we put together young, old and veteran journalists them so that they go member some and colleague them we died during the war for sake of the war and self listen to the one them we go through plenty challenge as them be they do the work during the war. This idea came for sake of West Salon Association of Journalists and the Ministry of Information and Civic Education decide for join hand so that themselves go commemorate the National Remembrance Day in the country. But as the intention now for make sure say the current generation of journalists them learn but thing them what them for do and the one they what them for avoid so that peace go continue for reign. The Independent Commission for Peace and National Cohesion, na institution, was self been the part of this initiative, and the Executive Secretary, Hawa Samai, been talk about why journalists, blogger, TikTok and other social media influencer them for begin use them platform responsible one.
How the journalists go help Mama Salon, let we not go back to the war again. One great interview, 9 cost Rwanda, the war way for Donde. We don't want that from our media houses. And we don't see that they play occasionally in Ayaso. If it went out to election, normal days like the Wayaso, we see waiting journalists and capable of waiting that small thing that you earn, get power for do. And not say now we get the social media bloggers, them all them one day. As we they talk to we professional media houses, them we they talk to them the TikTokers. Say do ya on a member say that weapon way they now a very important thing. May we use them for build, for be innovative, for promote good thing them and not a negative thing them. Critique responsibly.
With this statement, important for know how the Salon Association of Journalists self-receive this idea from member colleague journalists them who been done die during the war. The Secretary General for this association, Edward Mara, been talk about / plan after this kind of engagement.
Many of those stories are there. We have journalists that are suffering in silence. We want to use this as an opportunity for being record and document our own story. A lot of senior colleagues have written good articles about the war, but again, it's not enough. I think what we need for do now is for SLIDE to look at this as a project so that moving forward, we document this and get a detailed account of what happened to journalism during the war. So on that note, we also don't commit ourselves as an executive that every year now we go for the organized public lectures in such an event so that the upcoming journalists then will forget the mentorship from the senior colleagues there where they are around.
With this statement, the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Cheryl Oba, said we also talk about government commitment to this initiative.
We want for listen, we want for learn. I'm excited for learn from Una. I'm excited for be part of tonight's event. I commit to Una on behalf of President Bill that together we not go forget and together we will continue for disagree. We will continue for even clash. But the commitments we'll get, we will always work for maintain a free society, a free press, where the press una free for do it una they do. Because without that work day, we not good in here. Salon not good there, the government not good in here.
After this statement, it reached time now for make all journalists them what do the work during the war explain but some pan they experience them what they be get during the war. And this we make plenty people in the room. The yai begin run water. The yai begin run water for sake of them story they are. We make the Minister of Information and Civic Education continue for call some pan the journalists them who lost their life during the war.
So tonight, we remember Paul Mansare, editor for Standard Times. He ran away from Liverpool Street, he go kisses for hide from the rebel them. Then fena inside one church, they kill him in wife and in two picking them. Paul was in perfect peace. Remember the Northern correspondent for Sierra Leone Broadcasting Service at the time, Mr. Eddie Smith, we come out actually in my village, Jimmy Bagbo. Eddie, they ambush in Motokan at the Makine Kono Highway, we will be the go for the report. And then pull up and they kill Mr. Eddie Smith. Rest in peace, Eddie Smith. We remember Emmanuel Kabia from the New Citizen newspaper. Emmanuel Sef Bindi, Adam Otokade with an ambush, even they alongside Impadi Eddie Smith, who then be ambushed on the highway and then kill them. We remember we brother Dominic Kago, who will be a freelance journalist. He died just after he gave a famous interview with the BBC. Who will be there around remember, he said, I saw them coming down like manners from heaven.
From the minister, let we listen to a word of advice from some old journalists there, like Dr. Julius Spencer and Umaru Fofana, as them be the send message to the young journalists in the country.
The important thing is that as journalists, I think the first task now to try to understand what in this country go through. I go plead with una try for read the TRC report, particularly that chapter we deal with the antecedents to the war, the thing that will cause the war. And now we speak out and take up issues we get for do with injustice, with corruption, with human rights.
If you're into politics, be you on the side of the ruling party, or be you on the part of the opposition party, just show a bit of decency and respect to the people and by being honest to them. If you tell them that this is what it is, let that be what it is. And try for restrain yourself from stirring up anything we going for consume yourself if you not be careful.
Then people and for call on journalists them for they work like professional and they do responsible report them. We go avoid and tap kuskas. We go bring canteen like war in the country again. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Jaffa Mans Davis, the report.
The program na media show and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. That night report where Jaffa Mans Davis puts together also the Ministry of Information organized events for member the journalists that were died during this country's civil war. Inside the program today, my guest now Sam Sheka Moy, we are the General Manager for Nahai Jabi Foundation. Well, good afternoon once and welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
before we can look at the things that we want to do and on our role in the agriculture sector, when you talk of Nahai Jabi Foundation, what do you bring about the idea for set up this kind of organization?
The idea for set up this organization and for see how best we can support vulnerable women and girls in this country and see how best, because we don't see most of the women then they don't suffer a lot, and then we see picking they don't drop after school. After they don't drop after school now, they don't get anything better than they do. Some of them can at the streets, and then we form this organization for see how best we can support them picking their work on nets. Now that's now we idea and see how best we can bring joy to the poorest of the poor.
Okay. So when this organization came into existence?
It came into existence in 2018.
So you talk about providing support to less privileged picking them as well as women them,
yes,
where they go through constraints in life.
Yes,
so now we look which kind of support will Nakidi provide?
Well, firstly here, the support we can do here now in the area of skill training. We don't carry out a skill training program. We will support 90 women in Brookfields. We look at women that don't drop out of school, the girls. We don't drop out of school, and then the one that we also society don't reject, like the one who work on nets, they're young girl. We can see how best we can give them an idea so that they're safe. Society don't reject them, but we see them as important people in our community, because when we don't give them skill in the area of Garata dying, that Garata dying now, some of them are needing to sustain their family.
So you talk about providing technical skills to
yes,
women them. Now set of women them also on the support. Now ona king how na kikete women them ya?
Well, we get volunteers, because we know the people who can send. Then me as the manager also, they go na some areas where some people they say they know they get money for good day. Like na them pools, outside them, young girl like in the day, who they smoke. We can go there and see how best we can pick them out. And then also we as people that we deal within the community, we know the widows, the one that with the man that don't die. We can meet them. We see how best we can ask them about the way of living. From the explanation, we see how best we support them with the skill, because we don't believe in for good pull money and give. We believe in technical skills. When you train somebody in technical skill, the person go able for sustain in life. You know, they rely to anybody.
So is it about providing technical training to women them and left them for go back to the community, or una get other support una can give to them apart from the technical training una can do?
Based on the resources we get, we don't get enough resources. Yeah. That is why when we don't treat them and monitor, we can monitor them for see how best they can put them into practice.
So you get a data of the number of women them who don't support in this particular area?
Yeah, in the area of skill training, now 90 women we don't train.
Since 2018 to now?
No, not in the area of skill training, that's what we talk about now.
Now they say since 2018 to now?
Yes, sir.
Now about 90 women.
90, yeah, because what's 90 because of the resources we get, and then we get in the area of agriculture. Because now one part that the way we don't.
We can look at the agriculture aspect again on the issue of providing technical support or training to a set of women them here. Una mandates now for only work for or provide support for women them.
Yeah, not to only women them no more we can support. Not to only women them, because
now they support man them as well.
We support man them because in the area of mental health, now responsibility also. In the area of mentorship, because as the manager, also the CEO, we are mentors for the Young Africa Leaders Initiative yearly, with the mentor people and beyond Sierra Leone, other African countries. We the mentor people. Also that area, because we're not able to mentor people outside, we not do anything in Sierra Leone. So area of mentorship, agriculture, technical skill. So we work on that.
Why the focus on women them we perhaps one go say they into prostitution or they basically they go through constraint and that make them for gonna treat? Why the focus on a set of women there?
Because we want to see how best we improve the standard of their living and condition. Because when you look at where women don't go on the streets, young people are vulnerable people. They can do everything for getting them living. That is why we thought and feel as organization for see how best we can give them skill for pulling at that streets day, for see how best they can do at their homes and support.
But there are other set of women then we go say, even though they're not there into that kind of practice day, but themselves they're facing challenges.
Yes.
And what about those living in slums areas, women them where perhaps they go through difficulties in life, we not go come out at that particular time for talk or go na treat and do certain things like others. Also not the cater for the set of women a day.
We cater for them as a mentor. We can see women. We can work. We can go na the vulnerable leader like Krube. We don't hold a program there also on vulnerable women. We identify them because then some of them they know they go na streets and nets for finding living. Understand? But we see them as people who they suffer, as people who need help, and that is why, as an organization, we work with different kind of women. Then we will support not only the one day who they work on the nets for finding living, suffer them body. So we don't look into that. We look at all categories of women and girls in this country.
So there's set of women in the way you talk about. When we can engage them, waiting they can say we can lead them for make them go into such practice.
Well, most of the women then they, solely speaking, it was a challenge. Some of them wouldn't give out the story. So they say they can go play upline for can learn book. Maybe not the auntie, the uncle. The uncle will take them upline, they come at the home. So when they come at the home, the daddy no can in the house. And most of them, they no can get peace with, okay.
You can
peace
continue.
with the until they wouldn't leave. So they can drop after school. When they don't drop after school, somebody will do for supporting them. And soon as they don't drop after school, they experience it and they go look for man where they support them. And these are key areas we really look into, because when you take somebody upline, especially girl picking, for can get education, get the education, but we have seen this as a challenge when they don't go pull the upline. Some of them don't able to continue for land again now. Okay. Then just they did at the home and then listen they look for. Like a fair man.
Okay.
They will get that now. It jump on the streets. And the way we get the story, then it's painful, it's terrible for young people.
Okay, let me come into the agriculture aspect.
Yes, sir.
We see also on the work around the area of the agriculture. Waiting at the support or waiting on a focus on the agriculture sector.
The focus on the agriculture sector, and I foresee how best we support women because of little resources, which we don't do here. Last year we go do a farming na Baneke village, Usemi Komots. We not go for buy land because we decided we go there, the people will go support we. Then the community, because of community engagements, then support with seeds. With the only little resources we get, we don't lay a farm. So this farm we don't lay so, or see how best we get a seed, we will support women na the village there. And then we were so happy that the product this year, we want to thank God because God will make it possible for me.
So how many acres of land would you talk of?
Well, the acres of land now 5 acres of land we able to get because of the resources we get.
How big this farm is?
The farm, 5 acres of land, a big land for we as young people.
What are the plants on this farm?
Now rest with the plants.
We don't get to our first harvest
Yes, we don't get we own harvest as I dey talk now.
this year.
This year, we don't get we own harvest. We get somebody there where they look at the farm and see how best we dey inspire the person for always go to the farm and get a harvest.
So the rest will not keep plants na the farm. Now you talk of say we don't get to our first harvest. What will they do with the rest?
Well, for at presently we want to use them as a seed for support the vulnerable women in the village also, because the key area here is not about profit making. It is a non-profit organization for support vulnerable people, women and girls specifically.
Okay. Continue for the between the program. You named Sam Shekamoy and in the general manager for Nahai Jabi Foundation. We don't take we through some of the activities and way they don't do. We go kind of look at how now they get to our support and also what can be don't be the challenge of this for this organization. Continue for the with me in the program. The program media show the continue inside the program. We look at another issue. We say the executive secretary now the Salone Chamber for Agric Business Development SLICAD. Ahmed Doris concern say from where government start to put document and together for review the 1991 constitution. Say now government not consult private sector player them. I talk this together democracy where it be the raise concern about the constitutional review process where they go on now. Also is say the government both SLP and APC not engage the private sector player them. Ahmed not talk more about this to the reporter Chino Jallo.
The private sector gets a lot of concern because no country has ever developed without the private sector. The private sector are the engine of good for every economy. The government tax base, then they make the government they get income. And every year government make budget. Who provide this budget is private sector players because they create the employment, they pay taxes, income taxes, they pay all the taxes, export and import taxes and all of this. And currently, as I'm even saying, if the economy of Sierra Leone currently depend on the import and export taxes. Who are those that really involved in that sector? Are the private sector. Now let's talk about Feed Salon. Feed Salon is talking about agriculture. Not to the government that creates the revenue. You talk about the farmers, you talk about the agribusiness companies. Those are the ones that produce, add value to those products and export. And in this process they create jobs. They do economic infrastructures and many other. You look at the local private sector and also the FDIs. So how can a government consult and without really inclusively consulting the private sector? It's a concern because all of these things they are dealing with definitely get for hinge on the private sector. It affect the private. Look at Sierra Leone the way they know they look at Sierra Leone the way they now so businesses that will get or petty traders will get on the street. People know that people are now vouching for leave investment or big businesses that go on the street because of what? Maybe because of the policies. And the policies really will they implement. These are at the micro level of the constitution, because the constitution are the action document. So if the laws there are not good, this is why we drill down for make policies we know we're good for make sure we go investment and get things done. And Sierra Leone, we need for go the investment, we need for go the private side. If not, the economy will still continue to thrive or continue for going to poverty.
You complain about lack of consultation for the last 20 years. From an ESCOMA to present bill, this constitutional review process on the ground now. Never a time they don't ever meet with the private sector.
I'm not quite too sure. Now, maybe the private sector don't go in Sierra Leone. We get the private sector umbrella organization, we Chamber of Mines, we get Chamber of Agriculture, we get Chamber of Commerce. All of these get a lot of membership. When you talk of the agriculture, and these are institutions then we government work with. Chamber of Commerce work more with the Ministry of Trade. Chamber of Agriculture they work more with Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Land, Ministry of Finance, and many others. Chamber of Mines they work with Ministry of Mines. Most of the revenues that come from these or from the country in this country now, where are they coming from? They are coming from these main sectors. So why do you have to leave them out? Invite all of them. They all get memberships. They all get investors, private. So if you say no, invite the private, who are these private sector? Is it private sector players that are linked to you that we sabi when we talk things the way you like? And look, they look at constitution, say whether you sabi or not sabi or whatsoever. So let me make the document not based on waiting we want for like day now today. You will die one day, you will get old. So why do you want to make a document where you fit you within the time where you know for live for long? So now we do a document where you will fit a purpose for we great can begin the way we will stand the test of time. So we will guide and then we make a country where
like I say in my earlier question, normally see this process on the ground for the last 20 years or close to 20 years now. We're not being aware about the process ongoing one.
We hear about the constitutional reviews going on. You hear. But the thing is, if you are not invited, you can push your way to get in there.
We're not being thinking ourselves for make effort.
No, but we can make the effort sometimes if they're not even listening you. No sooner they know say you become critical about issues and you talk about things way for happen right now in this country. Then they feel say you criticize them, and it's not a criticism. You're not criticizing. You're talking about things way for be done rightly. Simple as that.
As it is so now inside this new proposed constitution, will not get anything way a red flag to the private sector.
A lot. For example, you're talking about term limit. There are a lot of business players. Some of us that have been in the private sector, many other people that have been in the private sector, say term limit it affects investment. So can you consult us and then we will look at other terms, look at countries then where they don't really which kind of term limit they don't implement in the constitution, they get in the constitution, make the economy they grow. So you look at them and review them and talk to other private sector players, then advise. So private sector players can advise. And government will just come in, somebody will come in as a politician, let's impose term limit. They impose in this term limit now because of their own benefit. I'm here today. But you don't know the broader body where they affect. They affect the farmers, the agribusiness, private sector, the petty traders, and all of these people, and even the industries. So those are now you look at first past the post, and then also this PR system. These are things that affect businesses. For example, when you get first past the post, waiting to happen. One MP that at any point in time, waiting to happen. If you go to them communities, then you all districts, then they put her into kind of disarray, fight here and there. So they forget a businessman and then that community. And waiting to happen. When investors that are outside and there is effects they happen every now and then, political tension, they believe you me, they don't come to put their money. Even the local private sector. But for God's sake, let me try to change that mindset.
The good part of it, the bill not reaching a parliament, or the document not reaching a parliament, even if it reaching a parliament, still consultation or whatsoever before come forward. Anything they want for say at this point in time?
We get a lot for say. Therefore, make the document available, engage the private sector player, reader. We get, the private sector player in Sierra Leone, not like any other. We are not don'ts. We have well-educated people in the private sector player, even more than the politicians. These are the bodies that are responsible for changing that poverty in those localities. Engage them for God. We have a lot on the table. Okay. Make the document available. Engage us. Let's have a week or two consultations with us. Even in terms of financing, they say they don't get money, and the money is there. The private sector player is ready to finance a session where they will able for you don't engage them, and then we make the way input into that document. It becomes the country's document. Okay.
That now the executive secretary, now the Saloon Chamber of Agribusiness Development, Slickers Ahmed Nano, they talk to Cheno Jallo inside an interview. Those are his concerns. Say from where government start to put document them together for review the 1991 constitution. Say now government now consult the private sector player them. The program they show the continue and inside the program come over to me studio guest when Sam Sheka Moy, when the general manager for Nahi Foundation. We don't talk about the skills training we they provide to women them. We also see recently do donation of learning materials to different schools. What you bring the idea of the book learning materials in there?
As the idea came about from the way we start the organization, because we want for support school picking and also we know we say we will support school picking, then we just full land and full food. For CRBS they provide learning materials to them, book, pens, bags, because them materials, and it was from a woman from Germany. We provide the material and for we go na the extreme villages beyond Waterloo, about beyond 20 miles. We go donate the materials and and then we see how best we dey support school picking them, because then na to these leaders we no believe say na future leader from where we begin for train them. They don't begin their leadership in a school, because when you support them with pen, bag, ruler, and other school materials, if they see the eagerness of school picking them for land, though you know that much, the little resources we get will be the big people and out there for see how best we can give back to the community. And this is our responsibility. It's not about profit. It is about serving humanity.
Okay. So the school, how many schools there will not be go support? So
now one school will be go give donation.
What are the different things they want to go get?
Come again?
The different learning materials they want to go get.
Well, now then there will be go get books, sharpener, those bags, be go get.
One school?
Now one school will be good one.
Why one school?
Well, because of the resources we get. We want to do better things, amazing things. We want support nationwide, but at present, we don't get that financial support for do them things in the for support other people within the extreme villages. Like let's talk about Kurubola, hardly for Lemo to Kabuyanda. But today, if we get the resources, who will be there? We'll go to different parts of this country for give back to society.
So you talk about the school in Watalone.
Beyond Watalone.
Beyond Watalone. Yes, so why would I decide for choose a particular school? Because you get schools that within a remote communities, and just like we mentioned about Kurubola, deprived communities where they face a lot of challenges. So why would I decide for choose this school where they inside Watalone or beyond Watalone?
That school I've been going to do a research on that school. When I see this, I will say the beginning they sit on the benches. What has shocked me, because better bench no day, they don't get blackboard in fact. You don't understand? They don't get the building in fact. Now that grass, then they make a school. So if you watch the school, now only it is a pan, only just like pan body like the other building. So that's the show you see na deplorable home than the picking and the suffer for land. So that's why we go there for see how best we can inspire them, because we want to see them as today's leaders, no more as future leaders, because we strongly believe in that.
But when I get plan for expand on support the other communities, eh?
Obviously, yes, sir.
Okay. We are also doing to environmental campaign. Take me through what don't be the support of the foundation in terms of raising awareness about things where people they do to their environment.
We do environmental campaign na Mambo community. When you go na Mambo community, you see say the land people and just they go and cut down trees, and then something happened there we shock me also. That's because you don't cut down the trees, the water, they affect the community now. So we see how best we can engage stakeholders in the community for see how best they can preserve the land and see how they can protect the environment. Because when then are key stakeholders and the first people of contact in the community. When we engage there, we'll see how best we can educate them about climate change. You know, say climate change is a global problem. That is why we engage the community, we engage people, we raise awareness, and then since then we then get in touch with the community members that therefore see how best they can preserve the environment, so that we know we get these challenges of climate change in other parts of this country. This
environmental campaign we already do. You say you mentioned about Mambo around the Gambia end.
No, Freetown,
okay. Okay, now one of Freetown, yeah.
Yes, sir.
But you get areas as well where you go say mining activities they go on, talking of deforestation, we're talking of timber logging and other things, and with this, the cause effect to the environment. So again, how would they ensure say on a campaign messages them reach down to the other communities and therefore make people aware say some of the things also way that they do they affect the environment?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Like I started earlier, because of the resources we available with me. But nevertheless, as people we get the advocacy skill, we see how best we can engage people online. For see how best we raise awareness to stakeholders in the country. For say the mining sector also don't affect community, especially the one that they do farming. In the provinces, where they say the side woman then they get water upline, don't change color. You see people themselves will get the land again now, they don't get control of the land.
Some of the concerns here also with the race, so I can take them to the authorities where they're in charge, like the Ministry of Environment.
Yes, sir, we don't do that. We don't engage them also, especially EPA. We don't engage EPA one time for see how best they can aware of such.
And what to be the response?
The response is that they are working on it. Then then they do their own level for see how best, then they raise awareness and see how best then they mediate with community on that.
Continue for the with me now the program in name Sam Shekamoy and in the general manager for Nahi Foundation, Jabi Foundation. Continue for the with me now the program na me they share and inside the program now we'll go for this music break.
Country slow, we want for no. Why not they grow? Yeah, we want for no. Betty make we country they go slow. Betty make it not they grow. Yes, so I can for sure. Yes, I can for sure them thing them way they make we not they grow. Say now we they like one. If I they try for go before, I beg do ya not make us slow? No. If I try for raise the tempo, do ya not make them low? Yes, so if I try for go before, I beg do ya not make us slow? No. If I try for raise the tempo, do ya not make them low? Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in unity. Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in harmony. Yes, so don't we for do them thing now we go make we smarter, thing now we go make we stronger, thing now we go make we nation last much longer. So we life them go better. Yes, so cause we for left them thing now we go make we scatter, thing now we go bring palava, thing now we go make we nation well panambara, make we people scatter.
Thing that you talk about, I like them.
Thing them like half flavor plaba, political party wahala. Thing them we go make we agba, them put the country pan yakba. Sing along, say hey, hey.
The program that made this show in the country from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. I still get some Sheka Moy, who is the general manager for Nahi Foundation, Jabi Foundation. You don't talk about the different activities they want to do.
Yes.
Now, for doing things here, so involve finance, resources.
Exactly.
So, how will they get to know finance?
Well, at present, we will not get donor who they say every month who they send money for now. The only thing here, the money they come up from members' contribution, then also we been get support from USAID, where we get a program, where we do it effectively, and then the challenges don't come now. When Trump come to power, all things is nothing else like that no more. So these are the challenges.
So as of now, not get nowhere, not get support.
No
support
funding now for the come outside for see with the support now.
We don't engage institutions like the Ministry of the Environment, because I into agriculture as well, the Ministry of Agriculture, Basic Education, government institution per se, you don't engage them.
Yes, sir. We don't do the engagements there. We see our best. Hopefully, we will get the green lights one day. But we don't do one several times. But we pray that God make it possible for me.
So, at some point in time, when I don't plan for implement a project where at the end of the day, we are not able to implement them because of funding.
Yeah, it don't happen. It don't happen several times. Obviously, because we've been get a program for whole now Barneke village or see how best we empower the woman. Then last year in the area of farming, and then we write letters for see how best people can come for support. It was not an easy task for us. The resources not been available, right? We target we know we will meet them, but nevertheless here we are always strong and determined for bring joy to the poorest of the poor, because that's our responsibility.
So we don't start the year 2026. This year, what's on our focus?
Well, this year we see how best we expand the agriculture, because we see how best we don't go to the provinces. We see how this country is blessed with land, with resources. Agriculture alone don't be enough for see how best with the support we serve. But the resources. We want for practice a mechanized farming, but oh my goodness, we get the challenge of finances. And therefore, we look at any person or organization, we get the upper hand for help we can appreciate them. And then we want for expand them to pepper. We see how best we grow your own pepper also. Because if we see how best we grow our own pepper and see how best we get resources for it, we will see how best we support these vulnerable women and girls in this country.
Earlier you mentioned say the land at present owner they do now farming rice plantation about 5 acres.
Yes, sir.
So this year, how many acres on the plan for increase?
We see how best we do increase and to 20 acres, 30 acres if the resources are available. Because the land is this now, we not buy land because of we community engagements with the landowners. We can do it together with them. It's not about the NIG Foundation. It's about the people. It's about giving back to community and see how best we can engage them and see that this now we own. They don't own the projects. And then at that side we don't come into agreement that this project belongs to you. Una hold to hand. And we are together.
Okay, continue for the with me on the program. My name is Sam Shekamoy, and I am the General Manager for Nahid Jabi Foundation, where they take me through some of the things that they do. Inside the program, we look at another issue. Outside the Executive Director for Farmer Talk Salon, John Cocker, don't say for complete the process of the National Remembrance Day. Now, Salon President Bureau for aid with NACSA and corporate institution therefore begin look inside the special fund for war victims so they will support them with things like health, education and other things. I talk this inside one commemoration event where Family Talk Salon organized for people in Moyamba district so that they go remember about their family will die during the war. Jafferman's Davis get my gonna report.
We remember, we forget about, never again to civil war.
Now so Ibn Talek, na Moyamba District Junction Park as school pikin dem together with community people, market woman, bike rider dem bin dey commit themselves for begin do thing dem wey go help for promote peace and tap the one dem wey go bring war na dem district. This initiative come for sake of the January 18 National Remembrance Day when non-government organization dem bin partner with the government for scatter this message so that community people in different parts of the country go take part. For Fambul Talk, the attention been turned to Moyamba and other districts dem. And this, now only the executive director for Fambul Talk Salon, John Kolka, be explain, but why then choose Moyamba?
Because we as Fambul Talk na match we can always use, for commemorate the war. We can organize series of events across operational areas. But Moyamba is significant. We all know the suffering we go on at Moyamba during the war. The Kamajors them, they really suffer in the hands of the rebels. So basically, we choose for commemorate here for assure to serve for the community. For me, they no say yes. People may die and they not just die in vain, but they sacrifice their lives then for the peace they enjoy. So the memorial wall, we hope say when people they don't write the names, we go keep them. Maybe over time, the next couple of years, we will find a way for honor the one that we then put their names in. They're not a process, but symbolically also now for where they living, we where they live, make we know say they want they don't die, they sacrifice their lives then for we owe unto them for protect this peace.
This remembrance activity for Fambul Talk Salon in some way so get other things them like wall of remembrance outside community people then go write people where they lost na the war and bonfire way for happen na other village. Then Tia, make the executive director for Fambul Talk Salon continue for explain.
This day, now the start of the healing. We hope say the President, His Excellency, will also engage NACSA and then private sectors them, may they look into the special fund for war victims so that they go try for activate them and continue for support the war victims them, for me them go get their dignity back in our society. The TRC make clear recommendations them on education, on health, on their welfare, but not only that, now for stop that cycle because they all when they die then they pass on the message to them picking them. I don't know how they go react tomorrow. So one make bring closure at the families, closure at the community through them kind of events here. So well we go continue for lobby government. In fact 1 week not enough. We hope say next year will be 1 month. May then declare the month of January so that as a nation we know say come January we all for remember the one that we don't pass. So the appeal to them back say may they find a way for make them take the TRC findings and the recommendations to schools so that the young one then go for understand what thing go wrong so that them go say never again.
After this statement, na time for waka na one village inside Moyamba district and the next stop na bin Tombe village where they na Masinga section inside the district. But as we reach there, na this the community people bin start the bonfire event week for sake of this day. From that sound day, it will reach 10 at the gathering inside the bonfire event will take place where community people be sit down quiet and they look the fire with this. The fella with some pandem story them of how the war affect some pandem Fambul them during the war.
Francis Bavok, section chief, Maninga section. Maninga section, people then die. I not go say people they not die beside that world. But the most important one, the way they been die, na the people's army. Thank God, then Kamajo the way they been come out, Don River. We then timid there. Na boundary we day. Na the water no more day between me and them. 1 early morning, don't be one clean, small. The Kamajo there, they alert. They not ready. We left Sidon no more na throne. They say the rebel they not come. We said they been go meet up. Na that junction day. I hope say 5 been dropped there, the one the way they come. Wait after that the way don't pass, still them go ready back. Then come where they come born one village to we. Where them butu behind them. That time they people them they don't brush their farm. Where the Kamajo then catch them. Now inside that farm they been they go. Then they well under. Now Kamajo they hit fire pan them. Now they all die. I feel say we on war we been can. Now this Maninga section now they the war end.
Nyanyala mafokoma.
Say ene mafokoma.
So we camp you lo.
Say the birena camp.
Kango menga te rebu satifongas. Nyai from Sembe Kotuabu.
Here is a rebu the not reach na village when a Sembe Kotuabu.
Nyana de ya na tatu Jaya Kuma.
Brother been the way they call Jaya Kuma.
Sabo da rebu sati sale te surrounding ni.
As the rebu surround the town. Jaya them be there na the kitchen and they don't. As the bars the more they enter Jaya claim up. They put on the flat one. Now in they watch under the bed. It turn and watch, you know, see him. Now that dagger with them he gets. Now he pick somebody gun. The dagger is up. If they chuk. The old man they up in the chuk. Who say the neighbor they now they the dagger meet up. He bust him. Now he got come up. Now the man jump at the corner side of the room. Now he fall down. The wrong go na bush.
Nyakwelu mo me ange.
Na kwelu indi.
Where you going?
Say the war will happen.
We from Rona.
Say they go one village.
Tana lo amoyo.
They call them Moyolo.
Indi mu biero.
So next and come on.
Mo ya mate mane.
They pick the tongue. The people them take motorman. They run host. Them put on there. Them count them 104 people. They capture the all. Then take 5 gallon rubber. Now them be 104. So them count them 5 rubbers. They about 104. Then cut on. Then put on at the 8. Where it all happens so. And the other money come. The one that way they may reach 104. Now 4 no more come on. 100 all then kill it all. Then by them say this they not agree. Then by them go join Kamajo. Then by them they fair the war now against the rebels. Then back the bullet holder. Where the bullet holder say now the pedal and it. Say where the bullet holder say 4 days in the bush.
Then people and for call on other community people together with government for work Tranga one so that they go make sure say Tindeleke war not affect the country again. For the Society for the Democracy, Jafferman Davis, the report.
And the program media show the country from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. I still get some Shaka Moy, we are the general manager for Nahid Jabi Foundation. So at this stage, which one are they asked for?
Well, at this stage, we see how best we ask for financial support, not only financial support, in kind donation.
So if somebody like for say they listen to you now, watch you now on Facebook page, perhaps go on for say, okay, now reach out to the organization, yeah, so which they do make sense and good, want for support or partner to now. Yes, how they go reach out to now?
Then go reach out to me number 079 93 8725 079 93 8725. Then can reach out to me and see how best we can build society together. This is not about profit making, it is about giving back to community or society. Because with your little amount where somebody gets, it can able to make a change. One book, one pen can change a girl and then can build a nation. And that's what we believe in. Where your little resources will go to the provinces, we support farming, we'll see how best we give the skill also on women and girls in the western urban area, the technical side, in the area of Garasa dyeing, tailoring. If somebody wants to support himself, we don't give too much care about the finances. We not give you the resources. You can go buy the material. Can't give it. We appreciate you better than you give it the money because we strongly believe in the resources who will bring change in our community.
So again for 2026, so we just start. So what about picking them? Now also they support picking them?
Yes, I will support picking them. The picking them they go school. Then also they're a priority in our organization. A priority in our organization because the young picking them. If we will for support them. If we will support them and see how best we can build them career, then are the leaders who will stand for defend this country.
What about
for defend this country in various areas, the area of democracy and the area of humanitarian, so on and so forth.
You talk about mental health. We don't see how Kush and other drugs and don't they affect the lives of young people. We also don't they work on that area there?
We don't work on that area in the Krube community. We don't go see how best we engage with them. We see how best we engage with the chief within Krube, the particularly the Mamide, the Instikula, the councillor, former councillor. We engage with them, we talk to them. It was terrible, my brother, for see how Kush don't perish young people. You go shed your tears. This is a challenge.
Okay. So we the woman that will not on the help provide skills for them. How the performance now?
Well, we thank God for that because then safe. Now they didn't defend their hand too much. So you see, because of that skill training, with that support we get from USAID, we train the woman then they. So the woman then they now, what they don't make the ngara, then they sell and support their family and send them picking them go school. So you see how we don't serve humanity, how we don't chill environments. These are the areas we want to look at. And then we want to look at the tailoring side. We want to get how best we support the woman and we want to give them the skill. We not believe in that money, go give money. We need skill development, then train we for. Now that's make we are here today. That's make if I this don't know because somebody give me a technical skill, somebody educates me, somebody inspire me. Let's make we give back to community and see how best we change society to the better.
As we round up the program, what will be a message to government and other social organizations then?
The message here, see how best they support me and see how best they support in the area of skill development in this nation. Like we are not asking for resources, we have financial resources. We talk about the kind donation. You get your book, your pen, or your machine, you then equipment, the ink, buy them and give them to me and see how best government is supposed to be, so that with the give them skills there in the rural area, mostly the women then where society don't reject. These are important people. So we want to see our best with the big social health organizations for letting support me with resources so that we can make a better society. Then tomorrow, if you don't give you 50 euros for support woman, then you go sit down, you see somebody, you go say, oh, I don't support this person. I don't contribute to societal development. These are areas with the big government and social health organization that we are always available for giving the kind donation, the material, so that we go able to make a better world. Thank you.
One was a plenty. Thank you to you, Sam Shekamoy. We are the General Manager for Nahi Jabi Foundation, for we take it time for be part of the program today.
Thank you so much. Thank you to 98.1. We hope we will see our best. I will get the opportunity also for talk to the nation on skill development. I'm always available. Thank you so much. The NIJ Foundation is here for the poorest of the poor, for give back to society. That's our area. Thank you.
Well, Fambolem, now we will bring down the curtain for today's edition of the program Midday Show. Plenty thank you to my producers, Abti Kalon, and to DJ Schoolface for technical support. Plenty thank you to Fatmata Samura. We make us live on our Facebook page. So till we meet again, me and Adeyemi Jackson, they say goodbye.